Good morning, and thank you for joining us. I'm Constable Carolyn DeClute, and I'm one of the Media Relations Officers for the Toronto Police Service. Speaking today is Inspector Paul Kravchuk of our Integrated MING Task Force, which investigates all news and firearm discharges within the City of Toronto. Inspector? RAWCZYK. Inspector. Yeah. And again, that's the Integrated Gang Task Force, and they investigate all munitions and firearms discharges within the City of Toronto. Okay?
Thank you.
What's happening, family? Y'all know we back in this thing with another one, man. As we got some craziness to talk about, man. But y'all know, man, wipe your feet as you come in the door. And for the ones that don't know, let's like, comment, and subscribe. Ring that bell icon. And turn post notifications on all. That way you will be notified every time we drop a video. Go ahead and do that for your brother family. Show your brother that love. You already know, man. But on the cool, man. Man, this is a crazy topic, man. I don't really know how I feel about it. That's why I haven't been speaking on it. The Drake situation going on. We all know he been making headlines. He been having a back and forth with a lot of top level rappers. Kendrick Lamar, to be more specific, is the main one. Kendrick Lamar really just came out and aired out all of Drake's dirty laundry. Things that we've been knowing about, well, hearing whispers about for years. More specifically, Drake messing with underage girls that really set the internet on fire. And it's just one of those things, man, where I believe that the beef between Kendrick Lamar and Drake is something that has been fabricated by those dudes in them $100,000 suits who own these major labels. We all know that these men are both under the same umbrella, Universal Music Group. So it would be in the best interest of the label to have their two top iconic stars going back and forth, which would generate money for the label. So that's the reason why I never really touched on this beef. But with the latest information that has came out on Drake, we definitely got to touch on it. We got to talk about this, you feel me? Because Drake's home out in Toronto, Canada, has been shot up. There is one man who has been injured in the incident that is connected to Drake, which will be a security guard. And this situation goes like this. It reads, a security guard at the mansion of Canadian hip-hop artist Drake has been seriously injured in a shooting outside the musician's Toronto home. The victim, an adult male, was rushed to a Toronto hospital with serious but non-life-threatening injuries following the shooting early on Tuesday morning. Paul Kravchuk of the city's police service, which is pretty much the lead detective on this incident, told reporters on Tuesday that investigations had little information and were studying the surveillance footage for leads. The assailant was reportedly spotted fleeing the area in a vehicle. Drake, whose real name is Aubrey Graham, has recently sparred with the California rapper Kendrick Lamar in a series of diss tracks. Kravchuk said police were aware of these tensions between the two rappers, but didn't link the high-profile spat to the shooting. It is so early in this investigation that we don't have a motive at this time, Kravchuk said. In recent days, the superstars have made increasingly provocative and unsubstantiated allegations against each other. Lamar's most recent track, Not Like Us, features a satellite image of Drake's 50,000 square foot mega mansion, the same property that was cornered off with the police tape after Tuesday's shooting. The ongoing dispute between the two rappers, which has made headlines, has benefited at least one local business in Toronto after Lamar, a Pulitzer Prize winner, referenced the Chinese restaurant New Ho King business more than tripled in the eatery established in the 1970s was flooded with rave reviews. Kendrick Lamar recommended it. He said the food did not disappoint. Man's knows good food, excellent service, wrote one reviewer. So if y'all are paying attention, and we're gonna get into what the lead officer on this, well, lead detective on this situation had to say, because he put out an official news report and it was on one of CNN's sister pages. So we're gonna react to that and see what he had to say. But if y'all paying attention to the reports that's coming out, and a lot of these reports are coming out by national media, what they are trying to tie together is the Kendrick Lamar and Drake situation. And I knew this was gonna happen, man. Y'all know it has to be some violence. There has to be some drama. That's what intrigues people. That's what pulls people in. That's what makes this beef even bigger. That's what makes the revenue grow. They're trying to make money off of this. You know what I'm saying? This beef needs to turn a profit. They need that. They want that. You know what I'm saying? So there has to be violence. So if y'all paying attention to what this news report is reading, it's telling you that Kendrick Lamar had something to do with this. Basically, that's what they're stating. They're stating either Kendrick Lamar sent somebody to go do that, which the lead detective, he's basically fighting against that and saying, Kendrick, look, he had nothing to do with this. Kendrick is in California. This is Toronto, Canada. For him to have some thugs come across the border with guns and whatnot, that's not very likely. Come over there and lay down a hit on Drake. Like, who from his own city is gonna do that to him? He run his city. Let's just keep it 100. All the real ones, all the street dudes out there in Toronto rock with Drake. They're under his foundation, allegedly. Let me say that for all extra out people. So to get somebody who's already in Toronto to do this to Drake is highly unlikely. You feel me? So in other words, what the news station is trying to state is that, well, these reporters, is that Kendrick Lamar basically got somebody to go over there and do that. Or number two, what they're trying to say is he pretty much provoked somebody to go and do that by posting Drake's mansion on his track. Since he posted Drake's home, that gave people who didn't like Drake the opportunity to know where he was at. Or he influenced one of his fans to go ahead and do that, basically based upon the massive amount of influence that he has through his immense fan base. One of them listened to the track and decided, I'm gonna go step on Drake for my boy Kendrick, since he already posted us the blueprints of how to do it, where the man's home was. You feel me? That's what they're trying to insinuate. And then they further insinuate that by saying, look at his influence. He posted about a restaurant, a Chinese food restaurant. Next thing you know, the business more than tripled. So you got to pay attention to the things that they're trying to put out. And I wouldn't be surprised if these reporters were hired by Universal Music Group to put out this type of content, man, to put out these type of reports to make y'all believe that Kendrick Lamar has something to do with this, and pretty much make this beef go overboard and do a record number of album sales. They need this. They do this every couple years, man. If not every year, you see this same thing occur. Like, look what happened between Young Thug and Lil Wayne. Next thing you know, his tour bus gets shot up. A bunch of different stuff starts to occur after the initial beef and the dissing each other on wax, man. This always happens. Look at what happened between Drake and Pusha T. It started to turn a little bit more violent. You started to hear about fights and different stuff that was going on behind the scenes. And this always occurs because it pushes the beef up higher. We had to expect this. You had to expect this. Everybody had to expect this. But let's go ahead and see what the lead detective had to say on this situation. We're going to react to what he had to say. And yeah, man, I want to know what y'all think down in the comment section.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Inspector Paul Krofchak of the Integrated Gun and Gang Task Force, and I'm pleased to be here today. I know there's a lot of interest in this incident, and I hope you can also appreciate that information is very limited at this time, so I only have so much. What I do know, I will advise you of, and I will take a few questions at the end.
Like he said, he knows there's a lot of interest in this situation because they know it's global, it's iconic, and there's another iconic name attached to it. So he knows.
This morning at about 2 a.m., police were called to a shooting at the residence behind me here.
I want y'all to pay attention to that 2 a.m. That 2 a.m. time frame, because watch it change. Watch it change to 3 a.m. The more reports come out and the more stuff come out on this situation, the more information they release, by tomorrow, I'm expecting it to be 3 a.m. Watch them shift that. And that's when you'll know that this is just some bullshit, pretty much.
When officers arrived, they located a male who was suffering from an apparent gunshot wound. That male was taken to hospital in serious condition.
Just think about it, man. Drake out here getting shot at, people getting popped around him like he really living a gangster lifestyle. Let's not forget this man was an actor on Degrassi, and he was pretty kind of zesty on that. I mean, I'm just saying, bro, how did we go from that to him getting shot at? It's crazy.
That person was working, apparently, as a security guard at the residence. He was standing outside of the gates in front of the residence when the shooting occurred.
That person, why not just say his name, man? It's a grown man. Anytime an incident like this occurs, there's a victim, y'all normally come out and state his name. Why not say his name? everybody knows is one of Drake's security guards, and I'm sure his name will be released here shortly. But it's just like, man, it's so nonchalant. That person, who is the person? Let us know.
We have individuals who obviously performed the shooting who were seen in a vehicle. I do not have a description of the vehicle or the suspects at this time. Again, it's very early on in the investigation.
In other words, we don't know exactly who or how we gonna pin this on somebody, but we will. We will find somebody around Kendrick Lamar, attach them in some way to pin this to him. That's what they're saying.
I cannot speak to a motive at this time because it's so early, but as we get information, we will share it with you. Anyone with information is asked to call 416-808-2510 or Crime Stoppers. You can expect to see an increased presence in this neighborhood for the next little while, but it's no different than any other shooting or firearm discharge. We'll have officers here looking for witnesses to come forward, as well as be canvassing for video.
Dude just give off straight asshole vibes. Don't even just like he a rude motherfucker, man. Hey, act like a real police officer, don't he?
I'll now take a few questions.
Was Drake home and is he cooperating with this investigation?
I cannot confirm if Drake was home at the time the incident occurred, but I can tell you that we are in contact with his team and they are cooperating.
You can't confirm if he was home. Why not? Why can't you? And the cooperating. How is Drake cooperating? In what way is he cooperating? I want to know further.
To what extent is the rat beef between Drake and Kendrick Lamar part of the investigation focus?
So I am aware of what you're talking about, but it is so early in the investigation that we don't have a motive at this time. And so I cannot comment further on that.
You see how in the news reports that the reporters put out, they basically stated that this detective said that Kendrick had nothing to do with it. No, what he's stating is he doesn't know and he can't put that information out further. He knows exactly what they're trying to do, which is set up Kendrick Lamar as having something to do with this. That's why they even asked that question, man. Y'all know Kendrick didn't come across the border and do nothing to this man. Let's just be 100.
The motive may not be confirmed. If that is something that you're looking at, knowing that this beef crosses borders into the U.S., is there anything being done in the investigation to maybe prevent a potential suspect from leaving Canada?
So this is no different than any other investigation, okay? Like, it's maybe more high profile because there's more people here, but we treat it like any other incident. So we'll be using all our resources. Our teams will be doing as much as they can to investigate this, but it'll be no different than any other investigation at this time.
And right there, the reporter just flat out comes out with it. Maybe he came across the border, basically trying to put this man in the middle of something. Why would you do that? You don't know that this man had anything to do with anything. It's literally beef on wax, but you're putting his name into a criminal investigation because you want a story. That's it. This man's life means nothing to you. Only thing that matters to you is a story. You will throw this man's life away, trick him off because you want to make headlines. That's fucked up, for real, man. Hey, the media fucked up, bro. That's fucked up.
He was shot still in serious condition. Have you been able to talk to him? Has he not been able to give you a suspect description? And how is there no video yet of the car that fled?
So I can tell you that all I'm going to say about the victim is that he's still in the hospital in serious condition. And I'm not going to
as much as this detective tried to keep that man's name, the security guard who was the victim, off the internet, keep his name from out there. Y'all see the reporter knew, and she put it out there. His name is Rashad.
More specifically, the stopping open fire.
I'm not going to get into specifics about the investigation at this time, just that a vehicle was involved and then fled the scene. That will be part of our investigation, but again, we're very early on.
How did the 911 call come in? Who made it?
I don't have that information.
Just security guard alone? Were there other security guards here too?
I don't have that information.
In the incident, did it look like the security guard was the target? Were they trying to get past him?
Don't know at this time.
You said you have video capturing the incident?
Yes.
The actual shooting?
Yes.
And you can't give us a description of the vehicle?
Nope, not at this time.
You don't want to release it?
No, because we're dealing with video quality issues, correct? So as we have information and we're able to analyze video better, then we'll be able to provide more information.
You mentioned that the shooting occurred outside the gates, but there are markers inside near a garage, and there's an area cordoned off there. Would shell casings have gone that far? Why would that be?
I haven't even walked up to the scene, so I can't comment. Oh, thank you. No, that's going to be part of the investigation. Can't comment at this time. Thank you very much.
Y'all see, man, that man is an asshole right there, ain't he? He was not finna give up no information. He said, can't comment at this time. Can't comment at this time. Nah, I don't have information. You know about everything. Y'all trying to get y'all story together. How y'all gonna put this out there to the public what y'all gonna have Rashad say about the incident, and is Rashad cooperating? What is Drake cooperating on? What information is he giving y'all? What's going on with this? In my personal opinion, I believe it's all fabricated to run up album sales. But still, Drake, what you cooperating on, man? What you talking to the laws about, man? And y'all see the media, man, trying to trick off Kendrick Lamar, man. They trying to set him up with the okie doke and get him tricked off. Trying to say that he came across the border, which is a crime in itself, you know, to commit a crime. Going across the border to commit a crime, that's a crime in itself. And shot up this man's house, injured somebody, put somebody's life in danger, all over some words on wax. I mean, this is crazy to me, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this, man. The media trying to hit Kendrick Lamar with the okie doke. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Ring that bell and let me know how y'all feel. Y'all know I will be back with another one. I love y'all, family. Peace and blessings. I'm out.